Hey, what do you say there, folks? It's your old pal. Yeah, I've been missing for a while. It's your old pal, Cadillac Joe D. Been a while since I talked to you. Been kind of a funk this month. Now it's the end of the month. Today's Friday, around noontime. I think it's what's today, 29th or 30th, whatever the heck it is. Not even sure. I don't have the computer turned on. But I wanted to touch base, let you know I'm alive and well. Talk about a few things here today. First of all, there's this sad thing here, and you might hear something in the background. I got lunch cooking in the microwave, a big potato. But anyway, these firefighters in Boston, in the Back Bay, Beacon Street, bad deal. 2 of them died. God bless you. Thank you for your service, guys. You know, it's 2 doors down from where Tom Brady lives, the Patriots quarterback. You know, real superstar, no doubt. And you know, a pretty humble guy, actually. He made a statement, and I'll paraphrase, something to the effect that as sports celebrities, you know, we all think we're heroes, but the real heroes are the ones that I watch today. Referring to the firefighters and the police department and so forth. So that'll get him some kudos for sure. Because he didn't have to say nothing, but he stood there watching. Obviously, there was a picture of it in the Herald, I think, and he was quite in awe of the whole thing. You could see it in his face. So God bless those people that get injured and killed. And hey, you know what? Boy, I wouldn't want to do that job for nothing. It takes some guts. It takes a real man, a real woman, some real balls to do it. I don't know that I could. I don't know that many people could. So, sorry to the family, sorry to everybody on that. So, and it's things like that that have had me in a funk for about the last month. I've been sad. I've felt like crap. The weather sucks. You know, people suck. Everything's terrible. But, I go on Facebook last night or on the computer, I forget what I was looking at. I see Obama with the Pope. The world's coming to an end. The Islamic leader, Obama, with the Pope. The Pope's gone off his rocker too. God, don't strike me dead, but it's crazy. So they're talking, and some policies are in line with the U.S., with the Vatican, some are not. The Pope he speaks softly, but then his representatives from the Vatican, they lay it on the line and say, hey, we don't like this, we don't like that. So he's, in some ways a politician in his own right, though I would never group him in with those slime bags. But a politician in the fact that he's got to be a diplomat, he's got to go down the middle and watch what he says. But he lets other people say it for him, so pretty interesting stuff there. I've been in the motorcycle industry, been involved in it since 1970, since I was 12 years old. Bought my first Harley, I should say my father bought it for me, 1976. And I've been making money at it pretty much since then, but on a full-time basis since the early 80s. So I've been around a long time, well over 30 years in this industry. And, my daughters, Ashley's 12, the other 2, Christy and Gracie, they're around 10 now. I say around, they'll be 11 in July, and Ashley will be 13 coming up a little under 2 months. They're at the age that they're starting to kind of drift away from Daddy now. They don't want me around as much, and it's the age. When I was that age of Ashley, I was the same way. I was down in the neighborhood with Pete DeRico and the Hansons and Timmy O'Hara and Mutchie and all these guys were all riding motorcycles, mini bikes and stuff like that. We didn't have time for hanging around our parents. So I don't get offended by it. It kind of makes me sad, but, it's just part of life, the way it is. So long story short, between that and technology such as it is, with the things that I've got in place, I can service my clients and take care of my family in much less time than it used to take. It used to be a 16-hour day job, damn near 7 days a week. Well, that's just not the case anymore. The girls stay with Cindy more, again, because they're at that age, they need to be around a woman more than they need to be around a man, if you know what I'm saying, girl things. So there's the old baked potato. So, so I've got that going on. And things are going great with my clients. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, I get up 5 in the morning, I can have my work done by 8. I can follow up around noon. I can finish up the day late in the afternoon. Hey, I've got time for a regular day job. So I start looking around. Went to 2 Harley dealers. It's tough when you're more qualified than the guy that's running the place. I say that with all due respect. But when you're that overqualified, it's going to be impossible to get a position. And this is what I'm running into, And around the Kansas City area, boy, they don't pay nothing either. So it's just kind of a funny thing. But the thing I want to make mention of is the simple lack of common courtesy, not just in business, but in the world today. I send numerous emails daily. I receive many daily. Phone calls, I send voicemails, so forth. You send me an email, I'm going to respond. If I'm at that computer, I'm going to respond. And I mean in short order. If I'm on the road or I'm really tied up or I'm doing something, you can rest assured there's no way in hell you're not going to get a response within 24 hours. Most of the time during normal business hours, it's going to be within 5 minutes. And that's the fact. And there are some people like me that do that, who are a pleasure to deal with. They're few and far between. A couple of dealerships, I won't mention any names, that I've sent a few emails to, sent my resume, that are advertising for business. I went to a job fair the other day. They're there, they're looking for help. You send it in, you do everything they say. They don't even do you the courtesy of sending you back an email to confirm they got it. They won't do you the courtesy of telling you to go jump in a lake. And you got to wonder, how the hell do businesses exist like that? How is it that a general manager, the guy that runs the joint, won't even do the courtesy of returning an email just to say, hey, I got it, not interested, whatever. How do they do business like that? I mean, I know if I did that, I'd have no business. I'd have no clients. My clients, I've got the, I guess I'm spoiled because, I pick and choose wisely. And right now, my client base, I've got 7 clients. I've got 2 more, 1 more coming on board today or next week, Samson Exhaust. Brooks Leathers is coming on. And I've got a few others that will probably by the end of April. And, I do my research. And I got to tell you, if you're interested in the motorcycle industry and you're interested in top quality product and even more accurate, top quality service and courtesy and people that are professional, go to my website, www.proridersmarketing.com. And you look on that home page, that's the cream of the crop in the motorcycle industry. You call me, you'll get a return phone call. You get treated like a lady or a gentleman. You get service. If you call the company direct, you get the same thing. I'm judged by the company I keep is the way I look at it. So, if you want professional product, service, the top of the line, cream of the crop, Cadillac Joe D is your hookup. And my clients are the ones that are going to do that for you. Because I'm going to tell you, no disrespect intended to anybody, but the bottom line is simply this. Common courtesy and common sense is not that common anymore. And it just makes my blood boil because I guess it all comes from the top. When you got discourteous, unprofessional, unqualified people running the country. How could you expect people in general to be led by that example? The whole level of professionalism and education and proper decorum and demeanor, it's just deteriorating. I mean, this country is I gotta tell you, it's going to crap. My most courteous and people that will respond in a reasonable fashion. To be honest with you, are not always companies, American companies, or if they are American companies, they're not always U.S. citizens working there that are doing it. It's the Europeans, it's the Australians, and it's just, I'm not saying our country, but I will tell you, it's getting to the point where, boy, you send an email or a voicemail out, Chris, you might just as well take a note and put it in a bottle and throw it out in the ocean. You got about as much chance of getting a response as that. It's like you're on Gilligan's Island or something. So anyway, enough ranting and raving for one day. Got to eat my baked potato. Cadillac Joe D, feeling good, looking good. Got a new haircut. It's springtime. Getting some more clients, moving and grooving. Often imitated, never duplicated. Glad to see you. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back soon. Joe D signing out. Thank you very much, baby.